like we did with the example I showed you, you want to use either multiple choice or drop down, so there can only be one right answer. And then right down here in the bottom three dots, you'll see this. Click on it, go to section based on answer. So we're going to use that option. We're going to turn it on. Of course, we haven't made the sections yet, so we can't tell it what section to go to. To make a section, you're going to click right here to add a section. So you give this give it a title, and then if you want to add a question to that, you can do this. If you want to just add a video, then you click this button, Add Video. And you can search YouTube for a video, and you'll return all of the videos on YouTube that answer the question. Now, that being said, there are just a ton of choices here. So often the best thing to do is to open up a new tab and go to YouTube and find some videos. Find one that you like. I'm going to hit pause on that. Find one that you like that's about the length that you want to use, that addresses the question the way you want it addressed, and then copy the URL by clicking up here in the address bar, and then just copy it, and then go to the form, and instead of video search, use URL, and paste that URL in there, and then say select. And that will put the video in, and you can title it here. Now you have one section, but you have multiple other sections as well. So you would want to, how many ever different videos you're going to have, depending on, obviously this is a nonsense question, just something quick that I put in here. But you may want to have one answer that's on standard, one answer that's for students that are actually exceeding the standard, and then two wrong answers that are predictable misconceptions, and then two different videos. But whatever it is, you just continue to add sections. Until you have enough sections for what you want. Now, notice when I did that section, it actually put it above this one. If you, for whatever reason, want to reorder where a section is, you can click these three dots and move section. It'll come this way, and then you can move it up or down, however you want to do it, and then click Save. Okay, once you have your starting question and you have your sections that you're going to want with the videos for remediation or extension that you want to add one more section to add a question to, so click the Add Section button, and then if it doesn't go where you want it, and you can see this one actually added a section and put that question on it instead of having the question up here. If that happens to you, it's no big deal. Notice the question itself has 6 dots at the top middle. Click, hold, and just drag the question back up where you want it. And then this is the section I want last, so I'm going to click these 3 dots and move section, and I'm going to move the untitled section down and then down again, and click Save. So my last section is right down here. With it selected, I'm going to click a plus sign to add a question. And this particular question is not a multiple choice or a drop down. It's more like a paragraph. So I'm going to choose a paragraph. The difference between paragraph and short answer would be something like for the name of a student. Anything else where the student might have to type a sentence or more, give them a paragraph to type in, because the short answer is a very small block, and they will, as they type, lose what they were typing previous in their view. It can be really confusing. The paragraph gives more space for them to see what all they've typed at one time. I'm going to make that a required question and give this a title. And that's my form. So we've got the basics of the forms built, but if you'll remember, on this first question we did continue to next section. This is how you direct your students to different videos based on their answer to this question. So if they say that the sky is blue, I might send them to the third section and have them think about why the sky is not always blue but is sometimes red. And if they said red, I might send them to the blue sky question to have them consider why the sky is blue. If they say the sky is black, I might want them to go watch the blue sky video. And then if they say it depends, then I'm going to have them go straight to the wrap-up question. And once you've done that, then come down here. So you'll notice after section 1 it says continue to next section. That won't happen after section 1 because you've told it what section to go for every question. So you don't have to worry about that one. But this blue sky one, if you send students to the blue sky question because they answered red here, once they've watched that video, this form will send them to the why are sunsets red. If that's what you want, leave it that way, but probably what you want is to tell it to go, after they've watched that one video, to go to the wrap-up and answer this question. And then the same thing here, although this is the second to last section, so it would naturally go to the wrap-up. I always like to be very specific. I want you to go to the wrap-up. So now what this tells you is, and this question, depending on their answer, they'll go to one of these sections. And then from those sections, if they've watched the blue sky video, the next thing they're going to go to is the wrap-up section here. And the next thing they're going to go to, if they watch the sunsets are red, is the wrap-up question. So that's how you create the branched logic in a Google form.